He's on the rope. He's spins off the rope. He's moving around now and he's getting a little bit of a rhythm. He finally got that second win. Can't be stopped.
Round coming to a close. Hands up, defense. Side step. 1, 2, please. Don't know how to extend. It's the endurance test. The real fight begins. Take a walk into the corner. Come get your second win.
Welcome to the Second Win Boxing Media. I'm your host, Rashid Hammond, and alongside...
It's your boy, Caesar Fantastic. And before we get started, I want to tell y'all, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Notification bell, rock out with us. We're going to keep bringing y'all this content. And today we are joined by the WBC Silver 122-pound champion, 16-2, 14 KOs, Elijah Wolf Pierce. What's going on, sir? How you doing?
What up, man? What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
How's it feeling, man?
Hey, chilling, man, chilling.
Blessed.
All right. Getting to some questions with you real quick. When did you start boxing? How you get into it?
You said how I got into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a bonding experience between father and son. My father, he was a kickboxer and martial artist in the 80s, 90s or whatever, and eventually he transcended into boxing, and then it was just kind of one of those, like I said, bonding experiences that we did, and over time I just would always retain the information. My parents divorced when I was about 5 or 6 years old, and so whenever I would come down, I had moved to Atlanta, by the way. So and I'm originally from Oklahoma City. So whenever I would come down for the summers, I just happened to always retain the information, and I always got better and better. And I would maybe have a fight or two, win a fight here and there, and and it just kind of kept going, and then eventually. During the duration of that time, I was hooping too, like I was playing basketball, and I was pretty good. I was a really good basketball player too, but I just ultimately ended up choosing boxing because I just felt like it was more conducive to me and who I was and what I wanted to do, because I didn't want, I was short, and I didn't really want that to be an obstacle in my way, whereas, fighting that's controllable by me, you know what I'm saying? I'm fighting somebody my size, my weight, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted more and more control of my odds when it came to my professional career, because I kind of knew early too that I wanted to pursue a career in entertainment, because something I was just naturally born to do. I've always could fight. I've always could dance. I love music. I love dancing. I can flip, tumble, just all those things, man. So that's just something that I'm more so looking to partake in the future, using boxing as my, as my transportation to get there.
Yeah, I saw that flip your last fight, the celebration at the end. I was like, God dang, because got skills.
Yeah,
but
I'm rusty too. I was rusty. I gotta get back.
Oh yeah,
get back on it.
yeah. Well, any fighters you looked up to coming up when you start?
Yeah, of course. Floyd. Floyd. I would also watch a lot of Floyd's amateur fights too, because he had a lot of really good amateur fights. But especially in particular against Augie Sanchez, I watched that fight a lot.
Okay.
But Pernell Whitaker, of course.
Bad boy.
Yeah. Because originally, like throughout the amateurs and like the more so the first half of my pro career, I was known as Sweet Pea. That was my nickname before I transitioned into the Wolf. So, obviously, Pernell Whitaker, Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard, um, Prince Nasheem, Emmanuel Augustus,
Okay.
Mildred Taylor.
You seeing like a plethora of different styles, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, for me, I just kind of like I can take bits and pieces, man,
Yeah,
and just kind of
yeah,
infuse into what I do now, and I'm just really eager to showcase, man. Like I'm. It took me a long time to get back to this point. Well, pretty much about 2.5, almost 3 years, to get back into a favorable position. Whereas I can, compete at a high level like TV or something like that, and compete for a contender spot so I can eventually contend for a title. So I'm just waiting for the opportunity, man, so I can showcase myself. That's all. Waiting for one of these bitch ass dudes to quit being scary and just you know put it
yeah.
all
Step
out
in the
there, put it
ring.
all on the line. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like a lot of fighters they trying to walk their way and eat or buy their way or whatever to a world title, and it just don't work that way. You got to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can actually fight to the same
Yeah,
degree that you can. You know, and I feel like that's just
yeah,
kind of one of those things that separates the top tier fighters from these fake ass hype jobs or whatever that they keep trying to push or whatever.
yeah. Keep doing what you're doing, man. That opportunity gonna come because if every fight you knocking them out. Last two was what, second rounders, and they can't run from you forever.
Oh, absolutely. That's literally where I'm at with it. I'm just, you just got to stay prepared and stay grounded, and it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. Like I said, this long awaited. I get chills at night, sleep and think about this shit. When the opportunity comes, I just can't wait for the aftermath of it. Just because I have a lot inside that's eager to come out. Because, like I said, I've been at a high point where I was successful early, but due to some shortcomings that happened in my career thus far, it didn't. Um, it led me to this point. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful for it because now I feel like I got an even bigger point to prove. Because it's like now people write me off automatically just because they see them
Mhm.
losses. But it's like,
Yeah.
okay, y'all gonna see. And that's pretty much what happened to the last um three opponents that had like the highest record or whatever.
Mhm.
Like all those guys, I feel like they thought, oh, okay, this guy got some loss. He got a loss, whatever, two losses, whatever. You know, he ain't really like that. And boom,
Yeah.
got him
Night
out,
night.
get him out of there.
Night
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Now, notice you talked about, changing from Sweet Pea. Now, at Sweet Pea, you got a chance in the amateurs to go up against the likes of like Rolly Romero. What was that like? How was Rolly back then
Oh, I
as a
mean,
fighter?
Rody cool, man. Like you say, he cool dude. But honestly, not really much has changed from Rody though. Not he still fight pretty much the same. He
Okay.
probably obviously a little more calculated, being that he's a
Mhm.
pro now. You
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying? He's a little more calculated, but other than that, I mean, he's still pretty much the same. He was
Okay.
never really a skillful fighter. He was more so uh, he's smart though. I feel like
Mhm.
people people just love to talk shit and people love to hate when just when that's just kind of how the especially on social media, that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying? But end of the
Yeah.
day, everybody kind of deserves their credit in some form because he is on the platform that he's on, and he is making more money than we fucking making. He's making
Mm-hmm.
millions of
Right.
dollars.
Yeah.
So he must be on
Doing
a
something
credible
right.
enough level to receive that. And like I said, I've been in the ring with him. I've beaten him, when we were in the ring together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean, and it was about unanimous too. So
Yeah.
at that, so I mean, I just feel like that kind of just speaks for itself. Like I said, relating to just in terms of talent,
Mm-hmm.
you
The
know.
now how many fights you had?
You said how many what?
Amateur fights did you have?
Um, it was about like 50. About like 50.
50.
I didn't, it wasn't really a lot. It was really most of my amateur fights came within the span of my high school career. My high school, like it was like from end of it was like pretty much junior year to end of what I think it was like junior year to the year after graduation, and then that's I turned pro. I think it was something like that.
Okay. You got some shit you want?
Yeah, man, I watched. I like your performance, man. Your last performance at the Maryland Live Casinos. Man, you look very strong, man. At 122, I think you should stay there. That's my opinion. I think you can dominate the way you show total supremacy there. I think you'll get a lot of knockouts, and that's what the fans want to see. And I see you, man. Like 10 more knockouts from now, you'll be a household name, man. And that's how dominant you was your last performance.
Mm-hmm. Last couple, yeah.
What was that transition like from the amateur to the pros?
It wasn't too difficult just because I've always kind of adapted a pro style since I started. It just always been natural for me. I'm a footwork enthusiast. You
Okay,
know, I like to move. I like to be free. I don't really like to be confined to certain movements or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I just like to do my thing. Everything is natural and organic with me. So I feel like that's another special attribute about me because a lot of fighters they're taught certain things and it's kind of like robotic, almost like telegraphed. I feel like because it's just certain things that just taught how they're taught. Excuse me, but I don't know. As far as me, everything I pride myself on predictability. That's kind of why. That's the whole reason why I represent the Triple X and I spell Wolf WXXLF
okay,
because, like I said, unpredictability. That's the game with me. You just don't know what you're gonna get when you step in there with me. I could beat you a number of different ways, and it's pretty much just I feel you out and I go from there and I analyze and I go because pretty much that's what I did with Darren too. I did the same thing. As soon as he caught me like about the first 15 seconds, caught me with a little shot. As soon as he caught me with that little shot, it was like I processed the information. Okay, boom, I see how hard he hit. I see
yeah,
his speed. I got his timing. I got boom, boom. Oh no, actually, after he caught me with a second shot, I got his timing. I said, okay, cool. He got a little speed, whatever. He came punch, blah,
okay.
blah, blah, boom. I said, okay. I knew what style I needed in order to, you know, get the job done. Switch to that style. Boom, got him out of there, and that was it.
So now you under Jetta Promotions, man. How was that working for you, man? Shout out to Jetta Promotions. I know
Yeah,
him for
man.
many
Shout out
years,
Jetta,
man.
man.
Tony,
Shout out my boy Tony, man. For
yes,
sure.
indeed.
Yeah, man. I'm looking to take Jetta Promotions to the next level, man. They're ready for a top tier fighter, and
Yes, indeed.
that's where I come in, and that's where I plan to deliver. So, once again, shout out to Tony, shout out to his wife Kristen. They got big plans for me, and I'm excited. And man, it's going to be on and popping. Also
Yes,
shout out to my
indeed.
management. Shout out to Treef and Petrov and Jesse Tanksley. You know what I'm saying? They Team Wolf. You know what I'm saying? We doing it big, man. We just every step is a testament to me just because of the story from which I came. So and everybody, hopefully will you know tune in and be a witness to something I think is very, very special.
Yes, indeed. I'd spoken with Tony yesterday. Heard you got something in store for February, man. Tell me about it, man.
Yeah, man. It's looking like that's probably gonna be the next date. I was actually because I just fought in Oklahoma. No, was that November 17th? I
Okay,
just
yeah, we
fought.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got another knockout. But I think that was my sixth fight in a row, whatever. My sixth fight, like fifth knockout, something like that. And then I was supposed to fight tomorrow actually out here
Wow.
in Atlanta where I
Okay.
was at. I was supposed to actually fight out here, but I'm not interested in fighting low class opponents. I
I
feel like
understand.
that phase of my career is over with.
Yeah.
Matt, not even for the win necessarily or for the record or whatever the case. It's just not something I'm interested in at this point. I'm trying to get the bigger fights and the bigger opportunity to prove myself. So if their record or if they're not substantiate if they're not substantial enough on paper, or to where it even makes sense, or even just talent wise, period. Like it's not now. So,
Yeah.
but shout out to my boy and my brother Bilal Quinton.
Okay.
He's actually fighting on the card tomorrow,
Okay.
though. So that's my brother, like I said. So I know he gonna put in work, and he's 3-0. So he
Okay.
looking 4-0 come tomorrow. So look out for him. He's a middleweight slash super middleweight.
Okay. Um, Jed always mentions to me about your extensive amateur career, man. As far as the opponents that you have faced, name a few of those opponents that we may know of now that you faced in the amateurs.
Oh man, yeah, I faced quite a bit of guys. Like I said, Rolly, Gary, Antonio Russell. Like I said, we fought, beat him. Um, what's that kid's name? Oh man, Ruben Villa. Me and
Okay.
Ruben Villa fought. We had a good fight. He took that though. I thought I won that fight too with Ruben Villa,
Okay.
but he took that
Yeah.
though. Shit. Hector Tanayara. During my first national run, or actually no, it was my second national run because my first year I fought in the National Golden Gloves in 2013. That was when
Okay.
I first seen go. That's when I first seen Antonio Russell. He had won
Okay.
that year. Malik Montgomery, or no, not Malik Montgomery. What's that kid's name? Uh, I don't know. This other. I know he was in the finals against Lamont Roach. Lamont
Okay.
Roach had
Lamont
won that
Roach. Yeah, we
year.
know Lamont. Yeah.
Yeah, he won that year, and
Okay.
a couple other guys or whatever. So I just remember, damn, it's been so so long. I don't know. I done fought a
Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. 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 That's good, man. That it shows
Oh,
in the
and
ring,
I
you know.
forgot Bruce Carrington too. We fought
Shoot,
twice.
shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
we fought twice at the trials or whatever. So I beat him the
Okay.
first time. He beat me the second time.
Oh wow. Yeah, man. It shows through that fight. When I watched you in there, I know a good amateur person with a good amateur background.
Hmm.
It's definitely showed just the way you were moving in there, and when the guy was when you had him hurt, you didn't just react. You was picking them shots. I saw you
It's
picking them as you
calculated. Yeah.
exactly. It was very calculated. So it-
Yeah, it's all experience, man. Like I said, I've
it-
been doing this 6 years now. And I'm only gonna grow and get better and better, and that's how it was in the amateurs. Sometimes I think back, man. Just one of those things where I wish I kind of would have stayed in amateur just a little bit longer and hung on in there. But I had my daughter on the way during that
Okay.
time, so I kind of panicked and it was like, oh, I got to turn pro, I got to make some money and everything. But I kind of wish because I just had hit my stride. Like I was making it to the finals at every national tournament.
Okay.
At one point, like every tournament I was going to, I was making it to the finals. So it was just like, or I was making it at least to like the semis, or
Semis,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like I was placing.
Yeah, I
So
know that feeling. That it hurts worse to lose.
That far.
It hurts worse to lose in the championship, man. That's one of the worst feelings in the world, man. I
oh
remember.
man, I'll never forget when I fought the WSBs, man. Like honestly, this is one of those fights that kind of drove me, like just in the future or whatever. Because I fought this kid named Francisco Martinez.
Okay.
Um, he was from Texas, and I just remember that I like the whole tournament I was nervous because I wanted to win so bad.
Yeah.
And like I said, they was offering fights all around the country and everything else, blah blah. Just a big deal to me or everything. So, um, the whole tournament I'm winning every fight, but I'm not performing like how I usually do. Now I'm a showman. Like I'm very like, you can just tell in my movement. Like I'm very just intense, and they're just that I hadn't really shown my best yet. So finally in the finals against him, I finally it just clicked. And I mean, my movement was sharp. I mean, I wasn't barely getting hit. I don't think I barely got touched in the first round or whatever. Slick everything. It came together, and then even I know in the amateurs that their like key point is aggression. So I made sure, at least in the third round, to make sure I pushed and was aggressive and pushing forward. Although the first two rounds I was boxing, it's just, just on the back foot, just slipping and counter punching everything. But I mean, I ended up losing dropping the split decision, and I just remember how heartbroken I was.
Man.
And I just like,
Yeah.
man, I know I won that fight.
Right,
But,
right.
yeah, it's what it was. And then I really wanted the money too because we got a stipend being on
Oh,
team.
yeah.
We was a part of Team USA at
Probably
that
you
point.
get a stipend. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was an alternate, which was so I still got a stipend and
Yeah.
everything, which was cool and all that. But that leading spot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was just getting paid, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
He ended up with a new. My dream car was always a Camaro.
Okay.
So he ended up with the new Camaro and everything.
Oh,
So
man.
I was
Hey, what was they paying him back then?
so
What?
I was tight.
What was they paying him? Because I remember one time it was $1,200 a month. What they paying him now, man?
Shit, honestly, I can't even remember, bro. It's somewhere around there, though, like
Around there, yeah, it used to be
1200.
$1,200. I was like, wow, yeah.
But it's all good. I got my get back in sparring though.
Okay, yeah,
Some
because
years
you
down
got to
the
work
road,
with
some
him,
years,
right?
some
Yeah,
years down the road, I tatted that ass up in
that's
sparring.
right.
So.
It's the way to get it back, though, man. Always. You threw some names out there. Last time I talked to you, I think we was running from the crowd. If you remember, we was trying to get the hell away from the mayhem that was going on, man.
Oh yeah.
And as we got back there, you threw a name out there, Crowder.
Yes, sir.
What made you pick that name out of the names in that weight class? Because I think he's between 118, 122, one of them. I forgot
I
what he
don't
fought.
know. Shit, I don't. He in the fucking way. He ain't
Yeah,
in the move.
He right there. Yeah.
And he don't want to fight. And he can't fight and don't want to fight. So nigga, get the fuck out the way. Like,
yeah,
I mean, but it's like sometimes the way I come off, people like they think when I come at them, they think I'm like they take it so personal. Like they look at it like like what I'm saying, like you coming at me crazy, like it don't even be like that with me. Like honestly, it's always business, bro. Like I'm just trying to fulfill my dream. You know what I'm saying, my ultimate dream. Take care of my family, secure my family future. Like that's it. Like
I
that's
understand.
point blank. That's the goal. That's nonstop. That's what everything I do is for. Ultimately secure my family future. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and that's just what it is with me. So ultimately, like, nigga, if you gotta go, and if you can give me that um solidification to get where I need to be, then
Yeah,
let's come on, man. I mean, if you a fighter,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I like your attitude, man, especially in this era of social media where everyone uh it's more fights on the internet than it is actually in the boxing ring. And and
man, we
and
can
I,
learn. We can learn from everything.
yeah,
We really
yeah,
can.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
seriously, yeah, we can learn from everything. Even all that shit. Like I had to learn to grab it because me, I would be considered an old soul or whatever. Like everybody's always said I'm an old soul. Like
yeah.
I'm kind of built from the older
I give
the
you that,
generation
man. Yeah,
before me's cloth.
yeah,
Like as far as their
Mhm.
thinking process.
yeah. I see
So
that.
it's like I had to kind of I had my experiences, my negative and positive experiences,
Yeah,
whatever, and I've been trying to, obviously understand how to move and maneuver,
yeah,
because of that. Like I said, like it just all the internet stuff, like the antics, everything else, like that's one of the reasons why I kind of just start bringing gifts to all my opponents and shit.
yeah.
'Cause I'm just
See
like,
that, man.
man, I'm about to
Yeah,
just
I was going to ask that.
start
Yeah,
really like I feel like that was the I feel like that was the most point blank way to really just make a statement to say, look, I'm gonna beat your I'm gonna give you a gift and then beat your ass after.
And then be sure.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. I noticed you
That
had
was
some
my
gifts,
next question.
man. The high heels. The last one was the high heels.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah, stripper shoes, man. He got man the dancing shoes.
damn. But
Yeah, had to put them in the red bottom. Had to get sweetness. Had to get sweetness right, man.
right, right.
Yeah, and he bought the man the Walker before that. I'm like, man,
Cause
Man,
it
I,
nigga
make
put
no
him in
sense, man.
retirement.
Cause man, I try to make it make sense too. Like, bro, he trying
yeah,
to like you got one loss, you 7-1. You gonna call out me? I mean, you gonna
Yeah,
do a step up fight with me? All people like
yeah,
I'm him
yeah,
to do that with. So I had to give him that early retirement gift and
yeah.
walk your ass out of
Yeah.
here.
man. I mean,
Funny.
and those tactics, and that's good for boxing, though. That's
Mhm.
actually you
Yeah,
already signed the seal to fight these guys,
yeah,
and I see that. Continue that, man. I wouldn't stop there for nothing, brother, because you people that's gonna get the people to come see you perform, man. That
yeah,
people want to say, hold on, he
Yeah,
gave him a gift
yeah,
and did beat the shit out of him. Come on,
for
we
sure.
got to
That's what
follow this
that's what
brother,
it's
man.
all about. That's why this business. It chose me. I ain't choose it. I just feel like this is just something that was destined. At the end of the day, everything has aligned itself up until this point, and I'm literally just waiting, and I'm waiting for that final performance, or really just that solidifying performance against a top tier opponent, where it's like, okay, after I beat his ass, now it's like y'all cannot deny me now. Like
Yeah,
y'all can't do it. Y'all can't say this. I got the knockouts. I got formidable opponents. I'm not knocking out pancakes and fucking dudes who work at McDonald's and shit. I'm actually knocking out credible opponents, and give me my respect and give me my just due. I deserve to be on that circuit, on that TV circuit. I deserve to have that spotlight. I deserve all the accreditations that come with it and everything else because I didn't put in the work and I didn't earn it. Even in the amateurs, I felt like I did even coming into the pros, but being that I come from a small city and everything, it is what it is, and I had to get it out the mud, but like I said, it only turned me into the dog I am today. So can only be grateful. Thank God, I'm here and I'm just ready, man. I'm once again for the people in the back. These bitch ass niggas, they need to quit being scary and take the fight. Take the
yeah.
fight.
yeah.
So,
A couple of them.
will you see yourself in 2 years from now at 122, if that's the weight
Oh,
you
world
maintain?
champion for sure.
World champion, okay.
World champ for sure,
The
for sure.
the champions that are in your weight class now, what words do you have for all of them?
That's a good question. I would say it's this quote that my dad would tell me and shit. It was deep, and I remember it was no matter what the conditions are in the wilderness, a wolf will never eat grass. And I thought about that. I was like, yo, that shit deep as hell. I
Heavy.
was like, yo, that just got me. And you know, like I said before, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to see me.
There you go.
And then when they see me, be ready. Make sure they say their 10 Hail Marys, whatever else they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they come with their A game. I'm definitely going to come on mine, and it's up. You know what I'm saying? Kill or be killed.
Any of them on your target list right now as we speak? Any of them by name on your target list?
Anybody.
I could literally not give the tiniest shit. I do not care. I just want somebody top in the top. Like it like
Top
literally does
10.
not matter. If they could give me the Stephen Food, they can give me Rice Salim, they can give me any of the top 10 guys on BoxRec right now. Right now. And it's up. And I guarantee that I'll stop damn near 2/3 of the list within the first 4 to 5 rounds.
Nice.
You got anything, C's?
I want to go to other things. Like I saw that you still do music and stuff like rapping.
Oh yeah, of course. I just excuse me. I'm actually in the process. I've been working on material, all that stuff. I've been focused on the boxing right
Yeah,
now. Like
I
all
get it.
that
Yeah.
stuff, it's in place. Like I pre-plan and I do all my work beforehand, and I'll continue to do it. But like I said, I just focus on boxing right now, trying to secure that, because ultimately that's, like I said, the transportation. Everything else comes after.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I mean, I checked out some of your music and I saw little videos you did and things like that, and I was like, damn, I was impressed. I liked it, and I said, like, it is something
Appreciate you,
that
bro.
you can add on to your career once you focus on boxing. Though, trust me, you can't play with it. No, don't play with boxing. Don't play with it. But as a little
Yeah.
hobby, you got
A
you
little
got a
hobby
little
on the
skill,
side.
man.
Yeah. Something
Little
too. I
hobby, you
mean,
got a little skill,
Man,
man.
I'm trying to
it's a
be
hobby. You try to do it for.
I'm trying to be boxing's new rock star, bro. Like literally,
Okay.
like when I say that, I mean that in literal sense, and I mean that in the figurative sense. Like I want to, but I mean it's not only just like for the stardom or notoriety of it. But I want to be able to influence lives in a positive way. I want
Yeah.
to, be able to make some type of effect on the world and give my own contribution, in my own way. And not everybody can obviously make a contribution to the world, every day, with it, one small act of kindness or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, ultimately, from a grand perspective, that's what I would like to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the last thing I got is the Wolf brand clothing line, man. You want to
Oh yeah, man! Shout
tell the
out,
people about that?
shout out my big brother, my oldest brother, all my older brothers, whatever. They're the ones who run the website and everything for me. But yeah, man, y'all go check out hoopfiends.com. Like I said, it's plenty of it's a primarily basketball based website.
Okay.
But at the same, they have a lot of different basketball merchandise, from clothes, apparel, to wallets, chains, decor, all types of different wall decor and everything else. And then they have the exclusive collection for me. Where y'all can get y'all can get my shirts, get my hats, long sleeves, sweater. We got sweaters, bombers coming. We got a bunch of everything coming. So, just trying to take this to the next level. 2023. We're really looking to, make the Wolf, a household brand. Really bring it all together, get people on the wave. Let them know that I'm really a contender. I'm really somebody worthy of the attention. And I don't know. I just feel like there's so many fighters, not even just myself. I just feel like there's so many fighters who are lacking of that attention, who are deserving, or who actually can really fight. And I feel like there's a lot of pretenders out there who get that shine and opportunity or whatever, and they can't fight worth the lick. So, you know,
Yeah. You mentioned Shu Currington earlier.
yeah.
Lou wanted to know you did mention him that you fought him. Explain how that was, how that fight went about, because Lucius Peterson of Light Skin Lou show,
Live with light skin.
live with Light Skin Lou, good one of our fellow colleagues, man. He wanted to know how was that how was that when you fought Shu?
Oh yeah, it was a good fight, man. Honestly, what was crazy about it was the first time I fought him, I actually thought we actually thought I lost, but but I won. It
Yeah.
was because I was kind of like it was my first fight of the Olympic trials too. Nerves and kind of like rusty, whatever. I don't know. My first fight was
Mm-hmm.
always my worst fight. My last was always my best. I don't know why I was
Okay.
like that, but yeah. So we fought a good fight. He was quick, but I think ultimately, like, even both fights, the second fight when I lost, we was for sure I won. Like, I was kind of slick, celebratory in the corner and everything. I was like, oh yeah, I got that in the bag. Like, yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, he did have Terrence Crawford in his corner, and everything, cheering for him and all that stuff. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it or
Yeah.
whatever, but whatever. But anyway,
Yeah.
like I said, Bruce. One thing about Bruce, I think he's probably the most respectable, and like I commend dude. Like, that dude's a fucking class act. Like, at like meeting him in person, and like after the
Yeah.
fight, like, he came and took a picture with me. Oh, bro, thank you for fighting me, bro. And blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a genuinely good
Yeah.
dude, and I rock with people
Good
like
dude,
that
yeah.
because that's how I am. I'm a genuinely good man, and that type of energy it needs to be transmitted more around. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need to quit all the little goofy shit and all the
Fake tough.
hate and whatever. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't
Fake
know.
tough stuff.
Yeah, like, that's
Yes,
just never
indeed.
been my vibe. I've never been on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? I can be a little I won't say standoffish, but like a little, like, some people say I'm a little unaccommodating or whatever, but I don't know. I'm just chill, bro. Like, I just, you know, whatever you show me love, I show you love. You show me respect, I show you respect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you give me static and you give me pressure, I'm gonna give you that times 10, because I feel like I'm unworthy of you even trying to take it there with me, because I'm not the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
No, know the feeling, man. I was the same way. I didn't play no games with them, man. When especially in them nationals, man. They could people from everywhere, they start talking real slick from other places, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not having it, man. I'm not the one. So I know the feeling, man. Um, and we look forward to seeing you, man. I hope you know what I'm saying. I'm sure you're gonna be the main event on the
Oh yeah.
in
Most definitely.
February.
February. We definitely gonna be front center there. Uh, Jetta definitely reached out to me, man, and I known him for many years. Me and him, actually, Jetta was, I took my team took him to his first national. So back in 94, 93, one of those years. But
That boy Mo
yeah, yeah. Well,
Mo
you wasn't
better.
born in 93, was you, man?
Nah.
Yes, indeed. So so man, you got a good guy in your corner, man. He told me great things about your management and everything. He just had nothing but great things to say about you, man. I wish you the best, man. You want to get any last minute shout outs to anybody out there?
Shout outs,
Yeah,
call
man.
outs.
Like I said, I'm blessed, man. Like I said, just much appreciation to everybody who's been supporting me, all the fans and everything, all my family, all my sponsors. Shout out to my major sponsors, man. Shout out to Florence Restaurant in OKC. Shout out to Kuma CBD out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Man, shout out to Okami Collective, Cameo Collective. Shout out to Clutch Watkins Fitness, my boy Milton Watkins. Shout out to Louis Gibbs, to Will Gilbert and Burn Athletics. I mean, to Happy Bud Brand, CBD, and Cortez Coleman. I mean, just love to my whole team, man. Team Wolf, you guys are awesome, man. I love you guys, and I appreciate all the support. Like I said, I'll be fighting in February, and you guys tune in, and y'all see me come put another one out. Like I said, we not stopping until we get to the top. So once again, appreciate you guys, and I'm gone.
And ladies and gentlemen, future world champion Elijah Pierce, the second win boxing media. Peace.
Appreciate y'all, man.